It's good to have you on this Monday morning, part of our little time of encouragement. It's always a privilege and a joy to be with you. And today I want to encourage all of us to realize that for us to take advantage of times like this, we really have to have a goal in mind. I'm always struck by Paul's honest testimony in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, give it everything, but one receiveth the prize. In other words, we need to be running in our lives in the will of God to have the desire to win the prize, and every one of us can win the prize. But that same intensity that an Olympic runner or someone that's going all out to get a prize, that's the kind of heart that we ought to have. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I have found in my life that if I'm just going along for a few days, even doing good things, and do not have my heart and mind on the goal of that which God has for me at this stage of my life, I don't make the right decisions. I don't have the self-control that I ought to have. What is your goal today? What is your goal this week? What is God doing right now? Let's all ask the Lord to take these very precious moments. They're unique. They're unlike times that we'll have in the future. And let's ask God to give us a clear sense of purpose, because if we have a sense of purpose and we really want to go all out to accomplish everything God wants us to accomplish, then we're going to be making a whole series of right decisions. It's an amazing thing. He says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. He was able to keep from hurting his life. He was able to keep from making wrong decisions by having that goal in mind. And he was running, certainly, he was running with a clear sense of purpose. I really believe that one of the key problems that American believers have, and I know in my own life I've had to watch this, is to not have a specific purpose day by day, week by week, as I'm going through my life. There isn't that sense of urgency that really ought to be there. Folks, Jesus could come back. There are many people that God wants us to not only win to Him, but also to disciple. There are many things that need to be done. There are goals that ought to be accomplished in our family. And if we can get that clearly in our mind, it will change dramatically what we do on a Monday, what we do on a Tuesday, decisions we make in the morning, decisions we make at night. So here during this time, can I encourage you? Let's take this admonition. Let's get the finish line in our hearts and minds. Let's get it down what God wants us to do. And let's be committed to accomplishing God's will so that we then can have the Spirit of God's power day by day as we run the race for Him.